Hi guys, today I am going to be showing you how to smoke candy rolls. In America they are called Smarties. These are what they are. It does work, it really does work. I only just learnt this today. Yeah, and please like and subscribe. Thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe, favourite, and that's all. So let's get started. What you do first, sorry I have to put my camera down, but you can still see me. What you got to do first is so you'll have that, and you'll untwirl this end, and then you'll untwirl both ends, so they're untwirled, and then you open that a little bit, and then you re-wrap it, and then you refold one. Just twist it at the end, like that. So you still have an open part. Make sure that's a hole. Make sure that's at least got like a hole in it that goes through into the candy. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to like break them a little bit so they're like weak. And then you just rub them together. Oh, sorry guys, that didn't work. And yeah, you just rub them together. Sometimes it doesn't work, but as you get used to it, it will. Yeah, you just rub it, and then but yeah, it does eventually work. It's just hard for my camera. Yeah, no. For some reason this one ain't working. But for you, it should work. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't want to work for me. But I'll give it one more shot, and if it's not, then that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw that, but I think there was a little bit there. Hang on. Yeah, no, I don't think that worked. But anyway, won't work, so I'm just gonna eat it. But yeah, anyway, see ya.
About 160,000 people die of lung cancer each year. About 85 to 90% of that cancer can be attributed to active smoking. The other 10 to 15% are caused by factors other than active smoking. If we took lung cancer in never smokers, the term for people who never smoked, it would represent 16 to 24,000 deaths per year, a major cause of cancer death. It's not something we should overlook. Why do never smokers develop lung cancer? Well, for a sizable proportion, we aren't quite sure what the risk factors were. But for at least part of the cases, we can positively link it to known and suspected carcinogens in the air, particularly radon, secondhand smoke, and indoor air pollutants. There are also differences in the rate between men and women, with women never smokers slightly more likely to develop lung cancer, although that may simply be a matter of the relatively higher longevity of women. What I'm really interested in this short video, is the risk increase from secondhand smoke. It's a topic that's been of interest since we first realized that smoking was causing major increases in lung cancer. A series of major studies have only very recently verified that secondhand smoke in the home, in the workplace, and in public places directly contributes to lung cancer risk in never smokers. I'm going to present just some very basic results from two of these reviews, one published in Clinical Cancer Research in September of 2011, and the other in the International Journal of Cancer, published in 2004. Both of these papers are available as free full-text articles in the links below. The CCR 2011 review gives a lot of background on lung cancer in never smokers, and it goes briefly into what is known about the plausibility or mechanism by which we think secondhand smoke causes cancer in never smokers. Suppose dad smokes and mom doesn't. If we test mom's blood for tobacco-specific compounds that are known carcinogens, we can find that they are elevated even after she leaves the home environment for several hours. We know that there are differences between the mainstream smoke that dad inhales through a filter and the side stream smoke that mom is exposed to from a burning or smoldering cigarette. On average, this side stream smoke is about 4 times as toxic per gram. It's toxic when inhaled, toxic on the skin, and much more irritating to mucosa in your eyes, lungs, and throat than mainstream smoke. So it comes as no surprise that the never smoker wives of smoking husbands have much higher rates of various types of cancer. The increase is somewhere around 30%, depending on the population and the amount of exposure. These never smoker wives also, by similar mechanisms, have higher rates of heart disease. These effects are dose dependent, almost right down to the very lowest exposure. That is, unlike a lot of other carcinogens, there is no known safe level of exposure to secondhand smoke that causes no extra health risk. It's an additive effect. Before I go any further, I need to clear up one possible misconception. Active smoking carries a much higher risk of lung cancer than passive smoking or secondhand smoke. An active smoker might be 10 to 20 times more likely to develop lung cancer than a never smoker, depending on a lot of factors. The 30% lung cancer increase is relatively small by comparison, but still represents a major health risk. Going back to our reviews, data from the National Human Activity Pattern Survey showed that in exposed never smokers as a group, that 43% of that exposure is in the home, 7% in the workplace, 9% in a vehicle, and 15% in a bar or restaurant. The second paper found that in 2 very large case control studies pooled together between the US and European populations, long-term exposure to workplace secondhand smoke increased lung cancer risk by 25%, where long-term exposure at home increased risk by 23%. Social exposure in bars, restaurants, and in cars likewise increased risks by about 26%. This may be an underestimate. Other similar reviews of large populations found between 25 and 45% increases. When we look at the comprehensive US statistics, the range of people who die from lung cancer as a result of someone else's smoking is probably between 3,000 and 5,000 people per year as of 2003. If we express that as a fraction of the total number of lung cancer deaths in never smokers, we come up with a number between 20 and 50% of all lung cancer deaths in never smokers being attributable to secondhand smoke. If you are a never smoker who lives or works with secondhand smoke, bear in mind that has an impact on your health. Assert yourself, protect your lungs, and good health to you. Thanks for watching.
Every cell of each plant and animal contains genetic information coded onto the DNA molecules. The model represents...
呢一節咧就一節新鮮嘅肺氣管啦，佢咧你會發覺佢裏邊係潔白無瑕嘅，你幾新鮮，係咪？好啦，咁而家咧我再將呢條氣管睇個氣管先，我哋啊將條氣管咧剪開佢咯喎，咁睇下咧你見到啲咩現象咯喎嚇。但係呢個部位咧，因為包住咗正話一條喉啊，所以就都係冇被污染到啦。但係呢一個位置咧，就已經咧俾嗰啲焦油咧就分黑咗，所以你會見到咧已經食煙啲人嘅喉嚨係咁樣，都可以話係嘅。係啊，所以有啲人食煙覺得喉嚨咁乾涸啊，成日好似鹹上頸咁樣咧，就係呢一啲咁嘅呢啲咁嘅嘢啦。OK， 嗱咁你一回事啦，就會係。嗱，
做手術清理翻，
有冇得做手術清理翻？如果嗱呢個豬肺我要洗佢嘅話，我灌水捽佢得翻出嚟咯。但問下你哋啦，你哋個肺可唔可以灌水啊？啊，唔可以灌水係咪先？即係冇得清咯。嗱，你見到有兩個窿嘅，即係兩條支氣管啦。而家咧我就沿住呢條支氣管一路剪落去。OK， 嗱沿住一路剪落去。呢一個咧係大概60支煙個效果。睇到新鮮嘅豬肺，新鮮嘅呢個咧就係食咗60支煙嘅豬肺，咁你可以拍埋一拼咧，你見到個效果就會好大分別啦。
擺咗幾多個肺翻嚟
？OK， 嗱呢一條氣管分別就係咁樣啦，同埋又反轉去睇下咯喎，呢邊咧比較鮮紅啲嘅，但係你睇翻呢一個位置咧拼埋落去，你就見到個分別。就係咁嘅一回事啦，甚至乎呢一忽最啡色嘅，一拍落去咧，你又見到個效果。